Hey everyone. I am Jen Rogers and I'm here to kind of walk you through Flipgrid if you've never used it before. So if you could open up split screen and half of it you can see me and the other half you can see Flipgrid, that would be great. So you want to go to flipgrid.com and then sign up today or log in. So I am going to right now do just my Google login. I figure that's just as easy because it will come up with my work email right there. And I click that and I should have my password saved. Now, mine's going to look a little bit different from yours because I have created some Flipgrids before. So what you have up at the top, their language is kind of wonky, so don't let that freak you out. What you're going to do is basically a grid is an assignment. So every assignment you make, you are going to share with your students. And the way I do that is through posting it on Google Classroom. But there's a couple of things that can trip you up. So first thing that you want to do is let's just look at the top real quick. And we're going to go to my activities. Okay. So this is just basically an overview. You're really never going to go to this page unless you want to, feel really good about yourself and say, oh my gosh, my kids have been engaged for 6 hours and 33 minutes on all of my grids. Okay. Do not worry. We're gonna skip my grids because that's what we're gonna spend most of the time on. But you can go ahead and look at mixed tapes. Mixed tapes are for you advanced technical computer people, and I can make a different video on mixed tapes later. Don't worry about Grid Pals, Disco Library, Shorts. The only thing we're concerned about, this is Flipgrid 101, Flipgrid for our non-technical people. So we're going to go there. Okay. So the first thing that you want to do is create a grid. Now, what's really cool about this is that it is novel and we want our kids to get excited about learning. And this is one way to do this. If you spend hours and hours creating 50 flip grids, and this is all you ever do, they're going to get bored eventually of this technique. But they seem to really, really have a good time. So please note your students can do this on a phone. They can do this on a computer, but they have to have a webcam because they're going to have to record themselves. Okay, so let's make a grid, okay? We're going to add a new grid if you see where my mouse is here. And we're gonna, you can do this one too with your kids. We're all in a time of upheaval and stress. So I just want to check in. And I'm gonna checking in. Sorry about that. I will put my phone on vibrate. Okay, now here is what can trip people up. I strongly suggest using school emails because you don't want to just have to type in every single student you have by using their student ID. So with their school email, however, there is a trick to this. You're going to click school email. You're going to scroll down. You have a Flipgrid code, and that is something that you will be able to put onto your Google Classroom in case kids can't figure out how to do this and they just want a code to get in. Okay? Kind of how in Google Classroom, when we join a new class, someone shares a class code with us. Same thing with class code for Flipgrid. Okay, pressing next. This is an important step. If you look here, Flipgrid automatically took the end of my email, the teacher's email. Okay, and it says at guhsdaz.org. The kid's email is not that. You're going to have to type in at student dot GUHSDAZ dot, whoops, excuse me, typo. Try this again. Student, there we go. It's the end of the day and I haven't had my coffee. Please excuse me. There we go. At student dot GUHSDAZ.org. If you do not add this domain, the kiddos will not be able to get on Flipgrid through their school email. Okay, so then press next. And ta-da! My Flipgrid is ready, meaning I have a title. I have no directions on there. I have nothing for the kids to do, but it's ready to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to first go to our grid, okay? And checking in. Okay, if you are a co-teacher, if you would like to share this, for example, I was helping a new teacher make a grid for her classroom. She wanted a model first, so I just made one for her students, and I added her as a co-pilot. Okay. Then for actions, you have a bunch of different options. Okay. You can add a co-pilot. You can duplicate this grid. You can get some notifications, meaning who's done it, who hasn't, how many hours they've spent on it. Teams, we're not going to worry about that right now. Exporting data, do not worry about that right now. And deleting grid might be important if you're doing this and you don't want to really share it with some students. You can go back and delete the grid later. Okay, so I am going to edit. When you go to edit grid, if you made the mistake before and you want to change the title, or you never added the domain, this is where you can do it, where you can edit your grid. Okay, I'm going to receive daily notifications through my email on how the kids are doing. I am active and language. If you teach ELL, you can put some captions on for the directions. And Flipgrid is really great for one student having a video and another student watching their video and making comments. So you can say, okay, you're going to make your grid and I want you to comment on 2 other grids. And obviously as teachers, we would have parameters. You're not saying anything mean. This is good criticism. This is how we give refinement, things like that. Okay. So I am good, but boo, we don't want this picture. Hey, look, here's all of us. We are getting to know each other. So I just changed my picture in there as well. Okay, so I've edited my grid. Now what I am going to do, sorry, I'm scrolling way too fast. I'm going to have to move my picture. And I'm going to update my grid. Okay, now let me move me again. And Flipgrid always does this next part, so I don't want you to get really confused by this, okay? Think of every time you do a Flipgrid that they require a Kagan team building activity first. So that is what Flipgrid automatically does. Whatever topic you have, which is checking in, Flipgrid automatically says, say hello first. You do not have to have this. I've actually never used this. I just kind of like creating my own. So underneath my topics of this Flipgrid, I'm going to delete the topic. Yes, I permanently want to delete the say hello on Flipgrid. Okay, so now there's no topics on my Flipgrid of checking in. So I'm going to add a new topic. And what is the title? It's still, I'm going to make this really simple, and I'm still going to say checking in. Okay? 1 minute and 30 seconds is the automatic record time. That's all they get. But if this is a checking in and you have 180 students, let's go to 15 seconds. Or your kids are performing a monologue or a scene, or they're reading a story, or they're reading their essay that they wrote. 5-10 minutes, but no more than 10 minutes. That's the maximum. Okay, so we're going to just do 15 seconds. And here is the prompt. I'm going to type, let's see, the world is in a crazy place right now. School is closed and I miss you all terribly. That's not a lie, I promise. I really do miss them. I was crying earlier. School, and I miss you all terribly. Please give me one adjective describing how you are doing. Now, I'm doing this for a Theater 1-2 class, so I'm going to say, make sure, this is something I've already taught them, your facial expression matches the adjective. Okay, and I'm going to read that again because I am also an English teacher. The world is in a crazy place right now. I really want to do an exclamation point. School is closed, comma, and I miss you all terribly. T-E-R. Hey, I'm just curious. Oh, this is Grammarly. If you don't have it yet, really, please get it. It checks everything. Please give me one adjective describing how you are doing. Make sure your facial expressions matches the adjective. Okay. Now, you can add an image. You can add a YouTube as an example. You can record a video for them, which I'm going to do because as a good teacher, if this is the very first time that they are doing an assignment like this, and I want to practice like what I preach, I am going to record a video. Now, you'll have to forgive me for this one. I don't know if I have to pre-record this video or if I can record this video if I'm already recording a video right now. So I'm going to, I don't want to do it because I don't want to bounce off of Screencastify. So I'm going to do this part later where I record a video when I'm editing. But we can add an emoji because emojis are fun. Okay. What's my emoji going to be? I am feeling really wackadoodle right now, so I'm going to add this crazy face and put it on there. Okay. Let's see. I have my time, my topic, my prompt, and now I am going to create it. And it's ready. So what I'm going to do is I always like to copy the link anyway, just in case, but you can go to your Google Classroom and I am going to share this to Beginning Theater and I'm going to actually make this an assignment. If I just ask a question, they're going to be like, nah, whatever, I don't have to do that. And granted, I'm not going to give them points for this assignment, but it kind of ups their anxiety level to go, oh my gosh, I have something I have to do in theater. And I really do want to know how they're doing. So again, I'm creating that assignment and I'm going to Google Classroom. Checking in. Create a Flipgrid grid. Oops. Create a Flipgrid for me by Friday. No, I'm not going to give kids that long. That is way too long. I want to give them by Tuesday or Ties Day, whichever works for us, right? Tuesday, March what? I know you're shouting it out to me. The 31st, the last day of March. Okay. Tuesday, March 31st. Okay. I'm going to mark this as ungraded, and I'm going to put this as due on the 31st. And I don't care about the time for this assignment, and I'm going to assign this to them. And hopefully they don't ghost me, which some of my other classes have been doing lately. Okay, so that should be it for your Flipgrid. Feel free, oops, sorry, that's my beginning theater page. Okay, I'm all set. There we go. Jennifer.rogers@guhsdaz.org. If you need anything, I am here for you. We're all in this together, right? Okay. Thank you so much. Bye.